Tonight, new surveillance and body camera images now revealed after the death of a prisoner in North Carolina. The prisoner suffering a medical emergency and could be heard saying, "I can't breathe." 5 corrections officers and a nurse tonight facing charges. And we warn you, the video is disturbing. Here's Steve Ozensaw.
I can't breathe.
The disturbing images tonight from a jail in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, come with an apology from the sheriff who runs it. 56-year-old John Neville was being held in December on an assault charge when he fell from a bed, and staff at the jail responded. You see that here.
Just doing your blood pressure, okay?
Things took a turn when they put a bag over his head to prevent him from spitting, put him in handcuffs, and tried to move him to another cell for observation. They tied him up in such a way that he screamed that he couldn't breathe.
I can't breathe.
They tried to unlock the handcuffs but couldn't and needed bolt cutters to get them off. He tells them again and again that he's having trouble breathing, and more than once, the guards refused to believe him.
I can't breathe.
You're breathing because you're talking.
I can't breathe.
You're yelling.
He died days later in a hospital. A nurse and 5 detention officers who've been fired are charged tonight with involuntary manslaughter.
I apologize again for what took place on that day.
A medical examiner says he ultimately died from a brain injury that was caused by the way he was being restrained. His family is suing. David Torres.
I can't breathe.
Disturbing new video showing a prisoner in North Carolina suffering a medical emergency. 56-year-old John Neville was being held in December on an assault charge when he fell from a bed. Now, things took a turn when staff put a bag over his head to prevent him from spitting.
I can't breathe.
You're breathing because you're talking.
I can't breathe.
You're yelling.
Neville died days later in the hospital. 5 corrections officers and a nurse are now all facing charges. A medical examiner says he died from a brain injury caused by the way he was being restrained. His family is now suing.
Black World TV, black by popular demand. Family, this broadcast is about John Neville, who's 56 years old, who died in a Forsyth County jail in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, back in December. You see, video has just been released showing his last moments as he pleaded for his life, yelling, "I can't breathe. I can't breathe," more than 20 times. In fact, they say at least 26 times. He can be heard yelling, "I can't breathe. Somebody please help me." We've seen this play over and over and over again, and white society has nothing but excuses for Black death. They claim that Pharaoh got his just desserts in the Holy Bible. You can best believe that Pharaoh is America in modern times. So I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I'm just going to talk about the video, because if you look at this article, of course, white media goes into his criminal activity, why he was incarcerated in the first place, which has absolutely nothing to do with how the police officers killed this human being, regardless of what he did to land in jail. It's not for police officers of any kind to kill human beings while they're being incarcerated. That's why they're being incarcerated, to pay for their crimes, not by death. This is very troubling. In the pictures, as you can see, this is ridiculous that they had handcuffs on this man like he was some animal. And because the key was broken, they decided after 20 minutes of him saying, "I can't breathe," they decided to use the bolt cutters. These are so-called intelligent, sane human beings. They're not. They put a bag over this man's head. Why would you do something so ignorant, so stupid, so dumb? Why would you do that to another human being? Why? You don't need any type of training, special or otherwise. A child would know not to put a bag over a human being's head. And yet you find people that work with a badge on doing these type of activities, and they're wondering why people want to defund them all around the country. And then you have this picture. They're carting him out like an animal. And these are animals doing this. This is shameful. And white America has defended these type of police over and over and over again. I don't know how you do it. As a black person, I don't know how you would have or justify having any type of friends that don't look like you. These people are not your friends. The ones that are white, let me know if they even bring this up to you, if they even know about it, if they even care. John Neville, 56 years old. He didn't deserve to die no matter what he did, even if he committed murder himself. If that's the way you're going to do it, then you should do that with all of your inmates, including the white ones. And it never seems to happen with white people. Why is that? And if it does, it's very rare. But you'll have racists come out and saying they'll swear that it's happening all the time. But then when you ask them if they can provide any proof, any video footage, they can't. And it just goes to prove how they're lying. Like they always do. John Neville. Don't forget him. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. 26 times. Black World TV. Black by popular demand.